Hello, and welcome to episode 94 of Things I've Learned from Barry Harris. And today I thought we would discuss Barry's beautiful rhythm exercise. It's pretty simple, but I think what it does for you as a player is immensely helpful. So we'll take, it can be in any key, but it's on a dominant scale, but we'll take, for this instance, D7. And the phrase is this. Starts on the tonic and plays tonic, 6, flat 7, and then when it gets to the flat 7, it just comes down the rest of the scale. So it's D, B, C, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D. So here's what the phrase sounds like. And what's great is it fills up exactly a measure and then the first beat of the next measure. So it says 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. That's the exercise. Pretty phrase. Just on its own, that's a pretty phrase. So that's on D7. Now what's nice is he has this way of, the exercise is you take 1/8 note off. You keep taking 1/8 note off. So the first one is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So that means the next time we do the phrase right away, we're going to start, instead of on the first beat, we're going to start on the end of 1. So we have to take off 1 note, which would be the D. So now we're left with this, and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So if the first one was 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, next one is and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So now we started on the B natural. Now we'll start on the C because we're starting on the second beat. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. That's the second beat. So 1. So far we have 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So we started on the 1, we started on the and of the 1, we started on the 2. Now let's start on the and of 2. So the and of 2, we have to take another note off, so that would be the C. So now we'll start on the B. So we'll say 1, 2. That's the end of the 2. So now we have, let's start on the 1, start on the end. Now start on 2. And the 2. So now we did the 1, and the 1, 2, and the 2. Now we'll do 3. 1, 2. So that means we're going to be starting on the A. Then we'll start on the and of the 3, which will be the G. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll start on the 2. 1, 2. On the 4. 1, 2, 3. And then the end of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then just the 1 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I were to do it slow and take off all the notes, it would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 2, 3, 4, 1. So now that's going down. And the idea is, okay, you can start by counting the beats in your head, but then you have to just feel it. And so on. Now, then he also comes back. So you started here, and now you add 1 note at a time. So now the first one will be first beat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now we need the end of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're starting on the E because we're adding 1 note back. Now we'll say start on the end on the 4, 1, 2, 3. Now we're starting on the F sharp. Now we'll start on the end of 3, 1, 2, 3, 2. Now 3. 1, 2. Now the end of the 2. 1, 2. 2, 3. Now the 2. 1. Now the end of the 1. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there you go. So now so what he does is he takes the note away and then he adds it back. And those are great ways to feel the rhythm. So there's a couple of things about it to me that make it really special. First of all, the phrase is beautiful, and I know it's just messing around with the scale a little bit, but it's a beautiful phrase. So what I like to do is say, okay, how can I turn this into something besides just learning this exercise, which is, like I always point out, the one thing about Barry's stuff is right away you could put it into a song and make it musical. So if we said, for instance, the bridge of rhythm changes is D7 up and down, G7 up and down, C7 up and down, F7 up and down. So maybe we'll take some of these and we'll use them for rhythm changes. Like, let's say if we took that same phrase, and we'll start right on the beat for each one. So we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Now let's say if we started the one on the and of one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, Now let's say we'll start on the 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Also pretty. Let's start on the end of the 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, and so on. How about if we mix? Maybe we won't do all of them, but maybe we'll start on the 2. What's the one on the 2? So we have 1 and 2. So let's start on the end of 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I mean, see, to feel the and of the one like that is really nice. How about the and of the 2? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Nice. 2, 4, 2, 3, 4. But now let's put it into a line. So let's say 1, 2, 3. Or whatever we want. So, but do you see how you can take these? The other thing that it makes you do is it makes you feel, I know for myself, I have a lot of weaknesses, which I try to work on. But I think my greatest weakness is my rhythm. And by that I mean, Barry talks about how you have to feel the rhythm. You have to feel it. You have to feel what the and a 2 feels like. You have to feel what the 4 feels like. You have to feel what the 3 feels like, what the and a 1 feels like, and so on. And I feel like I'm not at that level yet where I can do that. But these exercises really help. Because if you start to think about it, and if the and a 1 starts to feel like this to you, 1, 2, 3. Now I changed the phrase a little bit, but at least I know that started on the and a 1. How about the end of 2? 1, 2, 3. That time I started at both places. But what this makes me aware of my lack of rhythm in that I seem to start phrases at similar spots all the time within a bar. And somebody did this interesting thing I saw where they transcribed Barry's solo, or one of Barry's solos, to There Will Never Be Another You. And the interesting, or one of the many things about it that was beautiful, besides the solo being perfect or just wonderful, is that he started all his phrases in different spots every time. Not just the one or not the end of one. He's totally free. So in the sense that because he's practiced all these things single note wise, he's really free in terms of the notes. But I think the thing that makes it even hipper is that he's really free within the rhythm. And that's the part that I'm striving to get. I'm not there, but that's what I've already become aware, at least, of that. That's something that I want to be able to accomplish. And I think this exercise really helps. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this lesson on Barry's beautiful rhythm exercise. Until next time, thanks.